This fictional story is the intellectual property of 322 Peppy Black's son. All rights reserved.
Conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I'm disturbed that Arrow itself lacks transparency. Even its budget is kept from the public. So if there is no there, then why are we spending money on it, and by how much? Why the secrecy if it's really no big deal and there's nothing there? Why hide it from the American people?
Let me be clear. UAP are real. Advanced technologies not made by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe. Furthermore, the U.S. is in possession of UAP technologies, as are some of our adversaries. I believe we are in the midst of a multi-decade secretive arms race, one funded by misallocated taxpayer dollars and hidden from our elected representatives and oversight bodies.
The report to Congress details in detail various UAPs, including spheres, orbs, discs, saucers, ovals, triangles, boomerang, arrowhead, and irregular organic. The report describes various incidents found in the human intelligence databases. One involved orbs surrounding and forcing an F-22 out of its patrol area. In another incident, the crew of a Navy aircraft carrier watched a small orange-red sphere rapidly descend from a high altitude of 100 to 200 yards directly above the flight deck of the CVN, or aircraft carrier. And since my reporting on this immaculate constellation last month, another source came forward who told me that they saw a roughly 13-minute-long, high-definition, full-color video of a white orb UAP coming out of the ocean approximately 20 miles off the coast of Kuwait. It was filmed from a helicopter. The American people need to know is that the U.S. military and intelligence community are sitting on a huge amount of visual and other information, still photos, video photos, other sensor information, and they have for a very long time. And it's not those fuzzy photos and videos that we've been given. There's very clear
high res,
high resolution.
I was kidnapped by Jeffrey Epstein 22 years ago. I met him when he was in Africa with Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker. They staged a modeling casting, and I was taken to New York to model, but then quickly kidnapped to the island. It's been very, very frightening. You know, obviously I've been in trauma through most of my life after what happened. As we all know, they're covering a lot up. And, you know, I've just been terribly upset, obviously, as everyone has, because they promised us the Epstein list. You know, Trump gained presidency promising the list. And where is the list? Now they say there is no list. How dare they lie to people like this? It's not right. And it doesn't just affect the victims, it affects the public. This has affected all of us. I saw him shapeshift into something else in front of my eyes. You know, it looked like a sort of reptilian creature. Like when I was in the bedroom, when he took me there, and what I'm starting to realize is it was probably like an alien creature. And it's hard talking about this because a lot of people think it's crazy. And I would also think it was crazy. But unfortunately, I saw it.
History tells us that we are the apex predators, the masters of this domain. We build skyscrapers that scrape the sky. We launch probes into the void of space. We are told that we are alone at the top of the food chain. We are told, but we are not told the truth. For thousands of years, a shadow has governed our evolution. A cold-blooded intelligence that mimics the human form, hiding behind suits, crowns, and ceremonial robes. They have moved our pieces on the board like a game of chess, while we remained oblivious to the players. They are spoken of in the whispers of every ancient culture. The serpent in the garden, the dragon in the mountain, the Nagas of the East. Our ancestors painted them on stone walls because they saw them. They knew. But somewhere along the line, the truth was buried, rewritten by the very entities who sought to enslave us. They erased their own history to operate in the dark. Technology has become their undoing. We can now freeze time frame by frame. And when we look closely at the face of power, we don't see men. We see the mask slipping. Welcome to the real war. Not fought with borders or bombs, but with biology and frequency. How does a species remain hidden in plain sight for 6,000 years? The answer lies in frequency. They understand that reality is a projection of consciousness, a holographic simulation. If you control the frequency of the environment, you control the perception of the beings within it. They built the Matrix, bombarding the human biofield with low-frequency fear. 440 Hz music tuned to create anxiety. Chemicals in the water to calcify the pineal gland, the third eye that would otherwise see them clearly. They farm us like cattle. We feed them our fear, our labor, and our blood. It starts at the top. The bloodlines. The families who claim divine right to rule. The royal house of Windsor. The banking dynasties of Europe and the Americas. They are not genetically human. They possess hybrid DNA, a splice of reptilian aggression and human cunning, designed to infiltrate and dominate. They maintain their power through ritualistic acts that recharge their etheric batteries. War, sacrifice. The trauma of the innocent creates an energy source they desperately need to maintain their physical camouflage. Without it, they cannot hold the shape. You've seen the glitches. The internet calls them shapeshifters and laughs it off as conspiracy. But this is biology, not magic. Their density fluctuates. When they are emotionally charged or exhausted, the hologram they project over their reptilian form destabilizes. High-definition cameras catch the truth that the naked eye misses, the vertical slit of the pupil, the greenish tint beneath the makeup. But the physical evidence isn't just on camera. It's in the missing persons reports that never get solved. Millions of children vanishing into the ether every year. Where do they go? They go to the feeding grounds, deep underground military bases, DUMBs, accessible only by high-speed maglev trains that governments deny exist. The reptilian appetite is not for food as we know it. It is for the hormones of terror. The adrenaline released in the blood of a tortured child is the most potent drug in their galaxy. They do not just want to rule us, they want to consume us. But the simulation is ending. The frequency lock is breaking. Human consciousness is rising. The vibration of the planet is shifting from a dense, survival-based low frequency to a high-frequency, sovereign state. They call it the Great Awakening. We call it the reclamation. At 963 Hz, the game changes. This is the frequency of the Creator, the original source code that built this reality. When a human being resonates at this level, the reptilian camouflage becomes useless. They cannot hide from a being that operates at the same level as their gods. We are not alone in this fight. The ancestors are awake. The spirits who were silenced by genocide and slavery are returning with power. They see the scales. They remember the taste of freedom. They are the army that walks in the shadows, clearing the path for the living. The system is collapsing. The old structures built on fear and blood magic are crumbling under the weight of their own corruption. You can see the panic in their eyes. You can hear the desperation in their broadcasts. They cannot stop what is coming. You cannot unsee the truth once it has been revealed. To those watching who feel the chill in their spines, who sense the predator watching them from the dark, know this: your time has expired. We see you now, the slits in your pupils, the coldness of your hearts. We revoke your permission to be here. We dissolve your contracts. By the authority of the living source, you are banished. Humanity is taking back its crown. This is our planet, our children, our future. The day of reckoning is not coming. It is here.
Special thanks to you, the viewers. Without you, this channel would not be possible. And due to heavy censorship on this part of the internet, please show your support by pledging or donating $1 or whatever you can to help this channel grow. Here at theblackawaken.com, we pride ourselves in bringing you the truth. We are not colonized nor monetized. So be informed, not influenced. I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for your support. So I'm going to leave you in the manner in which I came, with a universal prayer. In the name of the universal creator of heaven and earth and everything in between, please continue to bless my listeners, their family, their friends, and the true believers for when the day of reckoning takes place. For universal creator, you are all wise and all knowing, and unto you we all shall return. But until then, we give you the praise and glory that's due to you from this life into the hereafter. In the name of the universal creator of heaven and earth and everything in between, in your name we pray that this shall be done. Also, family, get yourself a copy of the Black Universal Creators 100 Laws, Morals, and Precepts. The paperback is available on Amazon and ebooks on Kindle. Again, family, like and share, reach one, teach one, peace, and take care.